I'm Phyllis, and glad you're here, and welcome to the Hazelwood Homestead. We're going to have today, we're going to be making what I call just hamburger soup. It's easily made. I am going to make a pound of hamburger. I'm going to brown that. I'm going to brown one Vidalia onion in with the hamburger meat. Little salt, little pepper, little garlic. I did get a few of my basil leaves off my basil plant, and I have crushed that up really fine into my hamburger meat. I'm going to be putting my onions in now. I hope you will stay with me to learn how to make this easy hamburger soup on a cold, not a cold, I can't call it cold today, but it is colder, but it's not cold. Once you get this pot of soup on, you can just go about and do something else or make something else. This is just so easy. I don't usually make it in a crock pot. I'm sure you could. Once you got your meat cooked, you could put it in your crock pot. And then you could run off to work or run errands or go play or whatever you wanted to do, and then come home and you'll have a wonderful pot of soup. What I'll be putting in mine today, along with the meat and the onion, I'm going to add, I did cut up 2 potatoes. I told you I'd cut up the Vidalia onion. My neighbor just brought me some fresh green onions. So, of course, I'm going to cut that up and put that in just for that fresh flavor. I will be putting a frozen bag. I'm just looking behind me to make sure I ain't got my sweater on fire off the burner back here. So, peas and carrots, just because we like that. And of course, I'm going to be putting in some frozen lima beans. Look lima beans up. They're so healthy for you. You wouldn't believe lima beans are really that healthy, but they certainly are. So I'm putting these vegetables in. Put any vegetables in you want to. Also, Kurt just came over with the onions, and he also came over with fresh okra. So I cut me up some fresh okra. Now, I've told y'all to cut those little caps off of your okra. Don't put that in your food. You know, the little caps that are on your okra, cut that off. Now, this is my little Ziploc bag I just took out. And I put my potato peelings in here. I put my little okra caps in here. I'm putting the rest of my Vidalia onion stuff in here. I will take, those of you who don't know me, I will take the stuff that I would usually throw in the trash, these kind of items. I take these, and when I get 2 full bags, I take those out and I boil them for about 40 minutes. I strain the fluid, the liquid, and I make my own vegetable broth with this. So this will go in my freezer. So do that if you want to do that and make your own vegetable broth. That way you don't have you don't have all those additives. You just have what you've put into it. Now, I'm browning hamburger meat. Onions are getting seared in here. I'm surprised that there's not much oil or grease in this hamburger meat, which really surprises me. So what I will do is I may have to add just a little bit of vegetable oil to the meat just to get this meat cooked. I want this meat, before I add any vegetables, I always make sure that my meat is very well done. Not burnt, but cooked. Let me move y'all up a little bit where you can see what's going on. So far, hamburger meat, onions. We're going to be adding the okra, the onion, potatoes, peas and carrots, and we're going to be adding lima beans, baby lima beans. All right, I'm going to be adding this okra. Now, I tell you, when I cook, I add whatever I know that my family likes. And I want you to do the same thing. If you know your family's not going to eat something with onions in it, don't put them in there. Just because I added that, you can put onion powder in there. They may never know. So if they don't want onions, don't put them in there. Just put what you know your family's gonna eat. Now, a lot of people add tomato juice to their soup. I don't add it to mine because we don't do really great with anything that's got a lot of acidity to it. So I won't be adding much tomato to this pot of soup. Usually I'll add more on a Lipton mushroom soup kind of thing sometimes, but I'm not going to add that today. I don't want it to have that flavor today, but you just watch me and you'll see what we're going to do with this soup. All right, my meat's done. So what I'm going to do now is put my potatoes in. This is going to be a hearty soup, and by that I mean there's not little pieces of food. You're gonna have a big piece of potato. You're going to get a big piece of you know, the other things. So I'm adding everything in. What I'm going to do now is going to make me just a little bit of chicken broth to put in here. I do not have any broth, any beef broth, or any chicken broth, so I'll make my own. I'll make my own liquid right quick. And what I'm using today is instant bouillon cubes chicken. That's what I'm using today. All right, guys, what I have done, I have put my chicken broth in there with my potatoes. I made my own broth out of the cubes. So I've got that going now. I will be putting 1 can of diced tomatoes, small petite diced potatoes, into my soup. I've got it on about medium-high temperature, and I'll just use a can of diced tomatoes. I know a lot of you guys make your own tomato juice, and you can all of these great things, but I'm just going to put these diced tomatoes in here. It's a 14-ounce can. It has a little juice with it and little tomatoes, and I'm just going to pour that in. All right, now I'm going to add my other vegetables into this pot. My okra, you see about how much okra I'm putting in? This okra, I just cut it up, and we're going to be adding it. Little bite-sized pieces. Just put your okra in. Now, this is how I make my hamburger soup. Now, I said just add what you want. We're going to be putting our peas and our carrots in. Not going to put the whole bag in because that would kind of overwhelm it. So I'm just going to put probably maybe half a cup. We'll see. You know, the carrots give it a really pretty flavor. I'm not a big carrot fan, but I do love it in soup. All right. I probably put half of this frozen bag, and this frozen bag was like a 12-ounce bag. So I probably put 6 ounces of the little green peas and carrots. Also, I will be adding lima beans. This is also a 12-ounce bag of baby limas, and it's also a 12-ounce bag. And I probably will add half of the, well, if I don't pour them all over the house, I'm going to put them in the pot. Probably half of the bag. Half of the bag of the lima beans. Okay, got potatoes, lima beans, meat. A lot of people don't add the potatoes because they don't want the carbs. So you add what you want to add or what you like. I'm going to cut up this onion that Kurt just brought over from his garden. He brought me a little onion over. So I'm going to be adding this to my pot. And I'm going to cut that up. I hope I told you I put the basil in there. I did add a little basil, just a little dried basil, just so it'll have a good flavor to it. I like to add a lot of different things to my soup. And if you've got leftover roast, when I have a leftover roast, I always end up making a pot of soup just from that. Now, I do want to show y'all again, and I'm going to put this away. I take all my leftovers. Now, you can cut that up, put that on a salad. You know, your green tips. This is my little freezer bag that has all my goodies left over from where I've chopped up my onion, where I've chopped up my potatoes. Just a gallon freezer bag. I put everything in here. When I get it full, take it out, and I boil this. I boil all of this and make my vegetable broth from here. So just, you know, don't throw your stuff away. Just pack it up and put it in your freezer. I'm going to step over here and put mine in the freezer. But, you know, I'm not far from full, am I? I'm going to get me, when I get 2 bags, that's when I get up and I make my broth. All right. I'm going to get a lid to go on the top. Going to put it on a, not really, I put those ice cold frozen beans in here. So it's going to take it a minute to start boiling. You can add tomato juice. You can add more tomatoes. Just make it your soup. A lot of times if I have some cabbage, I might put some cabbage in because you know how we love cabbage. Let me get this little onion cut up, get it put in here. You know, I've already cut up a Vidalia, but you know, when you get a fresh onion out of the garden, they have such a unique taste just because they're just so fresh and, well, they're just fresh. That's all I can say about them. They're just good. They just have a wonderful taste. Nothing's better than something that's just fresh instead of something that's been laying around in the grocery for 3 or 4 days. All right, I've got this chopped up. I'm going to make sure there's nothing in there we don't need to eat. And I'm going to look it over. And then I'm going to put it in and just let it cook. Because, of course, you know, this onion is going to cook down. And I'm just going to put that in my soup. All right. Now I'll put that in my little baggie. I put my bag up too soon because I've got some stuff left over to go in my vegetable broth bag. All right. There we go. I will be adding some pepper. So let me do that right now. Let me get my pepper. So we'll put pepper in. Okay. And I'm trying to think of anything else that I want to put in there. And I think I've got the, I've got my chicken broth bouillons in there, so we're going to be good. Let me get my lid. Guys, this is such an easy meal. And nothing better than warm soup when you come in from a long day after work, or you've been outside working in the cool and you come in, you got a pot of soup. So make you some vegetable soup. You can freeze it. It's, you know, easy to freeze. I usually put anything that I'm going to freeze either in a big plastic bowl with a lid. And a lot of people don't use plastic. I understand that. Or you can put it in a big Ziploc bag and lay it flat in your freezer. It gives you a lot more space. So whatever I have left over today from this soup, I will definitely be putting it in the freezer. Or maybe giving it away if somebody, you know, wants some soup today. So anyway, there we go. We've got our soup cooking. So I'm going to bring you back. Let me turn you up here while I talk to you. When I get the soup finished, I'm going to bring you back. And I'm going to show you what it looks like, what the vegetables have kind of turned into as they've cooked. And see how it tastes. You know, I should have added something else to it. So we'll see what it tastes like as soon as it gets done. Usually it takes about an hour to get everything really good and tender, especially your potatoes. Now your vegetables, they're probably going to cook pretty quick. Meat's already done, but you want to make sure those potatoes get good and tender. Okay guys, I forgot to tell y'all that I am going to be adding something else to the soup, which I totally forgot. I'm going to be adding a 15-ounce can of green beans. Now I didn't initially put them in the beginning of the process because you know if you used canned foods, you can heat those up in like 4 to 5 minutes and they're ready to eat. So I left mine off until the very kind of close to the very end of the process because you just don't need to add them initially. You don't want them to go to mush. And I'll be adding a 15-ounce can of corn. The corn just makes it so pretty. You know, it's a very colorful soup, and I think it's a soup that your family will really enjoy. Let me bring you up here so you can see all the pretty colors, the carrots, the tomatoes. It's just a beautiful soup. And you know I'm going to get this pot as full as I can get it. So let's move on up here. Come on up a little closer where you can see what's going down in this pot. It's going to be some good soup. Can you see good in there? My lighting's not really good today. I don't know why. The sun's out, but it seems a little dark in here to me today. But anyway, maybe I need to get cataracts. Maybe that's why I can't see. But you see how pretty the soup is getting. You can add tomato juice. I just don't do it because my husband and I, we just can't take all that acid. But a lot of people do add that. Now, I'm going to let this soup cook now for another 30 minutes. About another 30 minutes. I will be putting my lid on just a little bit. Leave it cocked over to one side so the steam can come out. Salt, pepper, garlic. Let me think what else. I did add a little bit. I think I added a tablespoon of onion powder. Plus, you know, I've got a whole onion in there just because I love some onion. So anyway, and you see I've got I've had this running this morning, my little simmer pot. He's been on back here at the back. And I've got a really good smell going in here too. Makes you kind of hungry for a cinnamon roll. I'll bring you back when I get a bowl of soup for lunch. It's gonna be good for lunch. Here's what our soup looks like. I want y'all to know that I did go over there to the cabinet and I'm trying to find what I added. I did add about a handful of elbow macaroni. So I did add that. I usually always add that to my soup. So I didn't add a whole bunch. I just added just about a handful. And my hands are pretty big, but I just added that. So it's cooking along, and I'm just kind of, just stirring it up a little bit. And you can see it's not really a hard boil going on, but it's a simmer. And I've got my lid crocked over to the side so that the air can escape. The steam can come out of the pan.